What if I told you people decide whether they respect you within the first 7 seconds of meeting you, before you even say a single word? It's not your money, not your looks, not even your voice. Psychology reveals that your body language silently tells people whether you are confident, trustworthy, or insecure. And the scary part, most men unknowingly display body language habits that make them appear less confident than they actually are. But today, you are about to learn 7 psychology backed body language secrets that naturally confident men use to command respect, build trust, and leave a powerful first impression without pretending to be someone they are not. Stay until the end because the final habit is one psychologists believe separates true confidence from fake confidence, and almost nobody talks about it. So let's begin. Secret 1. They stand tall but never try to look powerful. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about the most confident person you have ever met. Did you imagine someone shouting for attention? Someone trying to prove they were important? Probably not. You likely imagined someone standing calmly, shoulders relaxed, head held naturally high, looking completely comfortable in their own skin. That's because confidence is not loud, it's visible. According to psychology, our brains make rapid judgment based on posture alone. An upright posture is often associated with competence, leadership, and emotional stability. On the other hand, slouched shoulders, a lower head, or folded in posture can unintentionally communicate anxiety, insecurity, or self doubt, even when those feelings aren't actually there. Here's something fascinating. Most people believe confidence begins in the mind. But research suggests the relationship works both ways. Your body does not just reflect your emotions, it can also influence them. When you intentionally improve your posture, your brain begins receiving signals associated with confidence. Imagine entering an interview. One candidate walks in looking at the floor, shoulders rounded, appearing nervous. The second walks in calmly, shoulders relaxed, standing naturally upright with a quiet smile. Before either person says a word, who would you trust most? Most people instinctively chooses the second person, not because they know them, but because that's how the human brain processes body language. So don't try to appear dominant, just appear comfortable, because real confidence never needs to announce itself. Secret 2. They master calm eye contact. Have you ever spoken to someone who never looked at you? It almost feels like they aren't listening. Now imagine the opposite. Someone who stares without blinking. That feels uncomfortable too. Confidence lives somewhere in the middle. Psychologists have found that balanced eye contact communicates honesty, confidence, attention, and emotional security. Confident men don't avoid eye contact because they are afraid of being judged, but they also don't use it to intimidate others. Instead, they make natural eye contact while listening, occasionally looking away, then reconnecting again. Why does this matter? Because eye contact tells another person's brain, I'm fully present. Think about the people you trust most. Chances are they made you feel heard. And often that feeling came more from how they listened than what they actually said. Many people avoid eye contact because they are worried they'll appear awkward. Avoiding eye contact often creates exactly that impression. The secret is not forcing yourself to stare, it's becoming genuinely interested in the other person. When you are curious, your eye contact becomes effortless, and people can feel the difference because confidence is not about trying to impress people, it's about making people feel comfortable around you. Secret 3. The power of comfortable silence. Have you noticed something about truly confident people? They rarely rush to fill every moment of silence. They are comfortably waiting, thinking, observing. Psychology suggests that people who are comfortable with silence often appear emotionally secure. Why? Because they don't feel pressured to constantly prove themselves. Many people panic during silence. They start talking faster, interrupting, over explaining, or saying things they later regret. But confident people understand something different. Silence is not awkward, it's powerful. Imagine asking two people a difficult question. The first answers immediately without thinking, the second pauses, takes a breath, reflects for a few seconds, and then responds calmly. Who appears wiser? Who appears more emotionally mature? Most people naturally trust the second person. Those few seconds communicate thoughtfulness, self control, and confidence. In psychology, impulsive reactions often linked with emotional discomfort. Intentional responses communicate emotional regulation. The next time someone asks you an important question, don't rush. Pause, breathe, think, then answer, because sometimes the strongest statement you can make is the silence before your words. Secret 4. They move slowly and with purpose. Have you ever watched someone walk into a room and instantly felt that everyone noticed them? Not because they were the loudest, not because they were the most attractive, but because they seemed completely in control. Here's what psychology tells us. People naturally associated calm, deliberate movements with confidence, leadership, and emotional stability. On the other hand, when we are anxious, our bodies often reveal it before we do. We rush, we tap our feet, we constantly adjust our clothes, we fidget with our hands, we keep checking our phone, we shift our weight from one foot to another. These small movements may seem harmless, but they silently communicate nervousness. Confident men are different. They don't hurry every moment. When they walk with intention. When they shake hands, they are fully present. When they sit down, they don't collapse into the chair. Even their hand gestures are controlled, purposeful, and relaxed. Imagine two people entering a meeting. One rushes in, drops his bag, apologizes, checks his phone, and immediately starts talking. The other walks in calmly, greets everyone with a smile, sits comfortably, and quietly observes before speaking. Without hearing a single word, who appears more confident? Most people choose the second person because calm movements communicate emotional control. Here's a simple challenge. Tomorrow, slow yourself down by just 10%. Walk slightly slow, use fewer hand movements, stop fidgeting while speaking, pause before reaching for your phone. You'll notice something surprising. People began paying more attention to you because confidence is rarely fast, it's calm. Secret 5. They smile naturally, not constantly. Many people believe smiling all the time makes them appear friendly, but genuine confidence is not about smiling non-stop, it's about smiling at right moments. Psychologists often distinguish between genuine smiles and forced smiles. A genuine smile involves not just your mouth but also the muscles around your eyes. People unconsciously notice the difference. That's why fake smiles often feel fake. Confident men don't smile because they are seeking approval. They smile because they genuinely enjoy the interaction. Think about someone who smiles continuously throughout an entire conversation. After a while, it can begin to feel rehearsed. Now think about someone who listens carefully, maintains natural eye contact, and smiles warmly when something is genuinely amusing or meaningful. Who feels more authentic? Exactly. Confidence does not mean looking serious all the time, and it does not mean trying to please everyone either. It simply means allowing your facial expressions to match your emotions. The next time you are talking to someone, stop asking yourself, do I look confident? Instead, ask, am I fully present? When you are present, your expressions become natural, and authenticity is far more attractive than perfection. Secret 6. They respect personal space. Have you ever felt someone standing just a little too close? You probably felt uncomfortable before you even understood why. That's because your brain constantly monitors personal space. Psychology calls this a comfort zone. When someone invades it without permission, our brain can interpret it as a potential threat. Confident men understand this. They don't stand too close to appear dominant, but they also don't stand so far away that they seem distant. If someone appears uncomfortable, they notice. This is not weakness, it's emotional intelligence. People often confuse dominance with confidence, but real confidence does not make people uncomfortable. It makes people feel safe. Here's a practical tip. The next time you are having a conversation, observe the other person's body language. If they step back, respect the distance. If they seem relaxed, continue naturally. Making people feel comfortable is one of the fastest ways to earn trust because confidence is not about taking up more space, it's about creating a space where others feel respected. Secret 7. They stay calm under pressure. Imagine this. Two men receive criticism during an important meeting. The first immediately becomes defensive. He interrupts, raises his voice, tries to prove he is right. The second listens quietly, takes one slow breath, thinks for a moment, then responds calmly. Who earns more respect? Most people don't admire the loudest person, they admire the calmest. Psychologists have found that emotional regulation is one of the strongest indicators of genuine confidence. Confident men don't react to everything, they choose their response because they understand something many people never learn. You don't have to win every argument, you don't have to correct every opinion, you don't have to defend yourself every time someone misunderstands you. Sometimes silence is stronger than explanation. The next time someone criticizes you, pause, take one slow breath, then ask yourself, am I trying to prove myself or am I trying to understand the situation? That single question can completely change your relationships, your career, and your confidence because true confidence is not emotional control over others, it's emotional control over yourself. Here's something important to remember. None of these 7 body language habits are about pretending to be someone you are not. They are not tricks, they are reflections of inner confidence. Real confidence does not come from acting powerful, it comes from feeling secure enough that you no longer need to prove your worth. The good news confidence is not something you are born with, it's something you build. One habit, one conversation, one small improvement at a time. The more you practice these psychology backed behaviors, the more natural they become. And eventually, people won't just notice your confidence, they'll feel it. If you found this video valuable, subscribe to Heart and Mind for more psychology insights that help you understand yourself and the people around you. And let me know in the comments which of these 7 body language habits are you going to practice first. Remember, confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being so comfortable with yourself that you no longer need to prove anything. Until next time, take care of your mind and stay aware.